Order number 47. Number 47, your order's ready.
And we're back with another episode.
Yes, sir.
Eric Dlux, DJ 5, Headliner Music Club, brought to you by Zen. And we're sitting with the one, the only, Mo Beatz.
Hey,
Yes,
what up, what up,
sir.
what
Welcome
up?
to the podcast,
man.
Mo Beatz.
Good to be here.
Is your name Mo?
No, it's actually not. It
What
has
is-
nothing
shit.
to do
Has
with
nothing to do
Mo
with your name?
at all.
No way.
It's okay. So we want to get to the story, the background.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So pretty much back in high school, before I started DJing, at lunchtime I would always be making beats on the table.
Right.
So like, you know, with 2 pins or like quarters, and you know, people would be rapping.
Right.
So I'm in there just making beats on the table, and somebody's rapping. And this dude, he's like, "Man, that's my boy Mo Beatz. He can make any beat like on the radio." This is before I even started DJing.
No
and then,
way, that's dope.
You know, I started DJing maybe like a year or so later, and it just like stuck.
So he just said that out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
literally, that was just off top. Like,
Just Mo Beatz.
Yeah.
Like
And then,
more
like,
beats.
I was like, man.
That's tight.
Yeah, so people
I thought
just-
your name was something.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody assumes like it's Maurice or
Yeah.
Mo, or nothing to do with Mo at all.
Moses.
Yeah,
Moses.
yeah, exactly.
So you're from Detroit.
Yeah, born
So a
and
little
raised in
background,
Detroit.
you DJ for Big Sean, in case no one knows, you know,
Yes, yes.
radio DJ, touring DJ. I mean, the list goes
All of
on and
that.
on, but I want to introduce you already, like
Yeah.
Big Sean. And how did that happen? You're both from Detroit.
Yeah, so both from Detroit, and it was pretty much some years back when, you know, in Detroit I was doing all the clubs,
Yeah.
doing the radio.
You were the guy.
Yeah, doing all of the joints. And then Finally Famous, which was a group of people that would like throw parties, you know, some like rap, some like, you know, directs, just doing different things. And then they would always throw parties, and I would DJ all the parties. So, and then I would play Sean stuff in the
Right.
club and on the radio, and he was just like,
It's like
"Man."
before you blew up?
This was before stuff really started shaking. This was
So
like,
Finally Famous was an actual name of a crew.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you shouts them out a lot.
No, he actually
Yeah.
named the album. Was it an album
yeah,
called Finally?
because
Yeah.
even
Shit.
because you know Finally Famous was doing events to where like even one time they brought Drake to the city, and this was like way back
Wow.
when it was like mixtape Drake.
So Sean wasn't part of the crew though.
No, he was exactly. It was like
Ah,
everybody.
so
So they
you would
were
always-
doing
okay.
all of the parties, and I was DJing all of the parties. And then he was like, "Man, you know when stuff takes off, man, I want you to DJ for me."
Wow.
And I was like, "Cool." Like I was like,
Were you a
regardless,
believer
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then? Like,
yeah.
did you
that's,
think it'd go
that's
this
why
far?
I was planning stuff the way I was. I was like, man, he's
So you
he's
knew.
tight. Yeah, because it was different from everything that was coming out of the city at the time. Like it wasn't necessarily on some like super hard street. And he was like, you know, the
Yeah, he was a
bars.
lyricist. Like, he's dope, man.
Yeah,
he actually gets credit for being like the inventor of that, like what's the super duper
the
flow
Super Duper Lemonade.
when he
had
was
that.
doing the like
Yeah,
like it's going down basement.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that
Yeah.
like type of rapping called? When it's just like
I feel like people were just saying like just the like Super Duper kind of flow.
yeah, but
It's
it, you know, Young Money and all them started doing it a lot, and I think someone gave credit.
Forever. And the
Yeah,
song where it was,
yeah.
Drake and yeah.
But Big Sean was one of the first ones in that song.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how it all came together. He was like, when stuff takes
dope,
off,
man.
and DJ for me. And I was just like, cool. And clearly it took off, and we
So
just,
Yeah.
so you were already on the radio.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you there? Were you on the same? Because I know his story when he.
Oh, yeah, so
when he was
the-
winning the battles.
Yeah, so everything that happened with Sean in the radio was at the other radio station. So
Okay.
The station I was at in Detroit is WJLB, which actually that's the station that was in the movie 8 Mile.
Okay.
So like, you know, Eminem, 8 Mile.
Yeah, when
JLB.
Trick and all them were in there. Yeah.
So then the other station is used to be 105.9, but it's High 107 right now.
Okay.
So it's the Radio 1 station.
Okay.
So, you know, it's still all love. Like yeah.
So he was up there doing like a battle, and
Yeah.
then the Kanye was there.
and it just all just kind of
Yeah.
came together.
That's
So,
crazy.
shit.
And when was the moment you first saw like, all right, something's happening?
I feel like just the fact that when we even just started doing shows,
Like,
you know?
was it during like My Last or even before
Nah,
that?
this is before that. Like mixtape stuff we'd be doing, you know, college shows and everything.
Yeah, and then he started getting in the studio with Pharrell.
Yeah, and like granted back then, like the shows weren't crazy, but it's like, you know, literally starting from ground zero and just going. And it was dope to see like that progression where it wasn't like he just blew up from having one big song. It's like yo,
He worked his
mixtape,
way
boom,
up.
Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, yeah.
It's like the Travis Scott like documentary where like his first show had like 30 people and
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit
you
was
do a
crazy.
split screen. It's like
And then to a
stadium
sold out
full of-
arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we love Big Sean, but enough about him. This is a DJ podcast. Sean, just talk about Mo Beatz.
Yeah.
So then, you know, how was the transition with you know, being with Sean and watching that whole thing blow up, but you still trying to do your own thing, you know, with the radio show, with the club gigs, etc.
Yeah, a lot of times it was really just like figuring out how to balance everything because one, when it comes to like solo club gigs, you take all this time to build relationships with certain promoters and you do certain events and stuff like that, and then when you're on tour, you literally get ripped from all that you've built because you're on tour. So it's like maintaining those relationships, and at the same time it does add value when you're gone and then you come back, because it's like, yo, we just did a world tour and I'm back at the crib and they're wanting to book you more.
You want them to miss you a little too.
Yeah, so it's like kind of finding that balance.
It builds demand.
Yeah.
Instead of you being somewhere weekly, it's like, dang, he's been back. Yo, let me know as soon as you're back in town. We need to get you, right? It does build that.
It's definitely a thing like that. So it took me a while to kind of like find the balance between like, okay, being out. Yeah. And of course, when I'm out, I'll try to just do after parties as much as possible on the road. Yeah.
Double bag.
Yeah. So get that, and then
and touch different markets too.
Yeah, yeah. And that a difference too is like, so say for example, being on the road and doing after parties, the sets when I do a after parties, like you come in, of course, at the height of the party. Yeah. So it's like being on tour and doing parties and then coming back home or wherever and doing parties is different, because you have to get out of that mindset of like, yo, I'm coming in just straight at prime time and banging. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I'm like doing a regular party for a little bit longer, got to be like, all right, pace myself and not like
open for yourself and set the room up.
Yeah.
Because that's how I do a couple spots in LA that, they don't get an opener because they open at 11 and they don't want to pay someone from 11 to 12. Yeah. So you come in and I'm like, damn, I got to like set myself up. So you play but it's cool. I like it because you do set your
true.
It's stuff. Fun, it's stuff you don't play usually.
Switch it up.
And then you start, all right, the room's getting busier, and then you just start going in. And
I like that a little more.
Yeah. I feel you. I like events like I said, like that. And then also where it's, sometimes even just the parties where people just literally just come like to dance and have a good time. Where it's
those are my favorite. Like I just did a Latin party the other day, and I was nervous. I told my boy, it's my boy's party, and he built it out here, and it's popping, bro. Like beautiful women. It's like one of my favorite parties. So I go as a like club goer. Like I go hang out with him, and I was like, man, one day I'm gonna DJ here, and he was like, yo, and it was like, he told me the date, and it was like this during Complex Con. He was like, just do it. Perfect crowd for you, etc. And I actually prepared. I was talking to Vice about it because we're so used to the clubs we DJ at where we're on autopilot. With autopilot.
It's like off top. It's like, all right, cool.
I actually, bro, I went on Spotify and like looked at all the like reggaeton playlists and see what's hot, what had the most views. Like I was doing research, bought stuff on iTunes, and I really made a playlist. And bro, I haven't had that much fun DJing in a very long time. Like it was fun, and I ain't gonna lie, I like killed it. Scratchy nose. I had a little too much to drink, but it was really fun.
That probably added to it.
Yeah. Does that make you want to do like work on a playlist every week or like every more often?
I think
just to be more organized.
Yes, but it also makes me want to do more specialty parties, where like an R&B party or a 90s party, or just to switch it up and like feel some fresh air, like,
I feel that.
Yeah, because the same stuff in Vegas is cool, but like you just
pop in and just
playing
like
the same songs for a different crowd, because it's always a different crowd from people flying in. But when you get the local crowd and it's a small spot and it's intimate and people are dancing, that's so fun.
Yeah, they're like really there to have a good time. Yeah. Like, damn.
There's certain cities like that though. Like when I go to like Denver or like Salt Lake, dude, they're there to party, like to dance, like they're into it.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm doing a fucking rave and shit.
Because of course we feed off of their energy.
Yeah, bro,
like 100%.
I feel like a rock star.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing. They're dancing, they're singing along. I'm like, oh my god. I must be killing it. And then you just have more fun.
And there's like songs you never really play.
And
you're like, damn.
So how do you? I want to talk about balances too, as well, because we were talking about the gym, and you're ready to go to the gym.
I'm literally
now.
going to the gym after we finish this.
And I would see you, for the last couple of years at a little diner that we used to love going to, and I would always see you by yourself. Yeah, I'd be by myself, and you're like, oh, I just came from the gym, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to the gym, but I'm just here eating. So does that help you find a good balance with this crazy lifestyle? Because I know touring, like, I know that by the time this comes out, but like you just got back from Vegas at 6 a.m. today because you had a show with Sean.
Yeah.
like that, the gym really helps you too, right?
Yeah, I feel like it does. It's like a balance. Of course, just like the physical, but then just even like that consistency and like the discipline with going to the gym. I feel like translates to like a lot of other things.
Were you always into the gym?
Not always, but it's been a couple years now, and it actually first started being on the road. So on the road, I was working out with one of Sean's security guards at the time. So like he would be in the gym, and it just kind of like, I was like,
come
all right,
with me,
go a little bit. Yeah, I was just like go a little bit, and then even after the tour, it stuck to where I was just going, solo, still just going. Even though solo workouts kind of suck,
I go by myself.
Solo
all the time,
does
too,
suck.
man.
I'll
It's
be
hard.
like,
Sometimes I have to go. That's why I go to Soul Cycle. I need someone to
Okay,
like just tell me what to do.
But we did a podcast early when we first started this about health and how working out really does play a role in this lifestyle, and it helps you have better sets, better mood, energy. It really does.
Yeah, like sometimes if I don't get a workout, I'll legit feel like sluggish or like just not feel right.
Like yesterday, I feel like I didn't get a good workout, and I told him, I was like, yo, let's go to the gym later, like after, because like I didn't get a good workout. Like it's just like I'm like just, I'm into it, man.
It makes a difference.
So how do you consider yourself DJing? Like for example, being under Big Sean, being on the radio in Detroit, and now you're on the radio here on the Real, playing hip hop. When you go out, say to Vegas and have to do an open format set, how do you adapt and adjust? Like, do you play house at all? I don't think.
I don't
okay, so
you play house.
You keep it hip hop.
I've done a couple events in Detroit where I would like play house, but it would be a mixture of like house, but then like ghetto tech kind of stuff.
Yeah, like DJ Funk.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of that
so you
stuff.
usually just do hip hop sets.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
And I can do some open format, but it's like it doesn't really feel like much of a shift just because I know each of the lanes, like whether it's radio's here, like let's just say for example like this, like there's Mo Beatz, me, but then different like lanes that I can go in from just doing radio. I know these are the joints. Vegas, boom. This is just like this is a trapped out hood club where it's like I'm playing all the young Dolphin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know
and you can also sneak in like the Afro beat stuff.
Yeah.
Some dance hall here and there.
And just knowing the crowd and like where I'm at. Like I wouldn't play a set in Detroit like I would, I don't know, say like London or LA.
Yeah.
Like it would be different.
Right.
Different
LA is
vibes.
like really different, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like they like newer stuff and like all hip hop and.
Is it like, this song just came out yesterday? Like, hey, you don't got this song? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like someone asked me for Post Malone one time, and I was like, oh, I'm playing Post Malone. No, the song's called Post Malone. I'm like, what?
Which one's that?
Sam
like,
Felt. I looked it up. Like I had it, but I was like, all right.
It's Sam Felt, man.
Different.
And you're saying off the air that you have your own podcast as well. I just want to talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah, for sure. So I started the podcast earlier this year. It's called Scratching the Surface. Okay. And then
like the name.
When I started it was more so like just to highlight entrepreneurs who are doing some dope stuff, just to kind of see like how they got to where they are. Just because a lot of the individuals that I was talking to, everybody might not necessarily have access to, or they might not know their story.
Yeah.
So just any entrepreneur, or like
it started as mainly Detroit. So, for example,
meaning, but like they don't have to be in music or
not even.
Yeah.
Just because that there are people who follow all of us who don't necessarily do music, but who are interested in what we're doing and all of that. So, just say for example, my homie Tommy Walker, who started Detroit versus Everybody. So like talking to him about his story.
Oh yeah.
A homie Rick Williams, who owns a company called Distinct Life. A couple other homies that are just doing dope stuff, and it actually took a bit of a shift from just straight entrepreneurs to real estate professionals and investors too. So I like took that shift to kind of like shine that light on that aspect because it's super important.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
how often do you do it?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yeah. So literally when we, recorded this, I just put out an episode today with my trainer actually.
Oh, okay.
My homie trainer. And he is an investor, so we like talked about his story and stuff like that.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, we could cross promote this one, but we could do another one, man. We're big business owners.
Yeah.
5 especially. Got a couple failed restaurants, a successful coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing his thing. Look at this guy.
That's the
record
vibes.
pool.
It's a successful record pool. All that good stuff.
Tight. That's super tight.
So what's going on next, man? What's next for Mo Beatz? Are you doing production as well?
Yeah. So I produce, but it's like production has kind of been more of like.
I know you say you got your name
hobby.
from banging on the desk,
table,
but were you actually making beats as well?
Not back then.
Okay, not back then.
So with the production stuff, it's kind of more of a hobby right now. Like I have a lot of dope beats, but I haven't really been pushing that as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like the last 6 months, I've been like super laser focused on the real estate stuff. I'm like,
nice.
This is what literally. So like every day, podcasts, books.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting all of the knowledge, just like, you know, that's been my vibe.
So the entrepreneur route excites you a lot right now.
Yeah, it does. Because I mean, of course, you know, I've been DJing for a while, so it's like
How do you feel about the DJ now? Like, are you burnt out at all?
Not necessarily burnt out, but not.
It doesn't feel as exciting as it used to be.
I was just about to say, like, a lot of stuff doesn't excite me as much as it used to. I mean, then maybe it's just because of seeing and doing so much and doing it for such a long time. It's like,
because I'll take myself for example. Like sometimes you catch yourself complaining about what's paying your bills, but it's huge. People gotta understand it's human nature as well. Like ask a doctor how much or actors. You'll hear actors that are like very famous and successful that are unhappy or not unhappy, but they're just like you just kind of always gotta look for something new. Like Ashton Kutcher, like successful actor, but he's puts all his intention in like
he's got like
the tech world and VC. He's like a big investor in early Twitter, Uber, etc. He's on Shark Tank because that excites him. It's always something new and risky, and I'm sure he gets offered to do like a big movie role. He might turn it down, like the same way we might turn down a gig and people don't understand why. Same thing.
Yeah, because sometimes it can get kind of monotonous when it's like you know, so you kind of got to break that up and like, you know, do other stuff. Maybe if you just have a hobby that
you just gotta find a balance, you know.
Find a balance, and I think a good thing to do is like find other outlets that the DJing can, or a relationship that you got from DJing can get you, like, you know, the restaurant stuff, and that's all from the DJ relationships, right? Somebody you might know from the club world, etc.
That was exactly
brought them an opportunity, and we started this record pool, which is all DJing. We've all been DJing over 20 years. Is what we know. It's not like we went and tried to start a makeup brand. We don't know makeup. It
goes along with what you were already doing. And it's good to be able to like to make that shift too, because I feel like some people don't have that moment to where they realize like, yo, let me like make sure I'm doing something else too, as opposed to like, yo, I'm at this club Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's like, all right, then what? Like,
you need the backup plan, man. You need the backup plan.
End. That's the thing. Is like one day. I don't
want to be that 50-year-old DJ out there.
Be like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda,
no
did
offense
this.
to some of my friends, but
no, not at all. It's just like, you know, you're
we talking about what 50-year-old DJ, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know any.
No, but that's some good advice too, because like a lot of DJs, you know, DJ as long as you can. Like I'm not stopping till the wheels fall off for sure. But there's always some like worry and stress in the back of my head, just like, damn, what's next? Because I know I can't do it forever. So, you know, just always plan something else too. And and if you can stick it or keep it next to DJing or in the music world, like do it. That's best case. But if you have an opportunity from a relationship that you met from the DJ world but it's not necessarily in the music world, like take that as well, you know?
Yeah. And it's good having that thought process while stuff is like still popping, as opposed to like being on the end of your career and be like, and you start scrambling, like, oh man, like what am I?
For real, man.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
that's why I never say no.
Because I think even when I was younger, man, in like prime time Power 106 days with Big Scythe, he was always in production. I did some production, and we were so caught up on the radio shit where he definitely took a step back from production, and we were just kind of in it every day on the radio. And I feel like we weren't smart. We didn't play our cards right, you know, like maybe I'm just being hard on us, but I think we could have done way bigger stuff. Like
I feel like too, it's like if you're in that situation and like, of course, say you're doing the radio Monday through Friday or whatever, and then you don't have a mentor or somebody who might be showing you these other options, you're so locked in on like, I want to do this one thing, that you don't realize that you could still be turned up on something else that might be a better use of your time at the same time.
For sure.
So it's just like, figuring it out. But it come, live and learn.
Yeah, you do live and learn.
You
Do you have any interest in putting out like a Mo Beatz song? Like the DJ, like Mustard, etc.
Kinda, and it's funny. I actually have a joint that came out some years ago. This might have been like 2012. But it was a record that kind of came together. Something that Sean had where it was Sean, Said Ain't Tone, Dusty McFly, HBK from Doughboy Cash Out. So it was like straight up Detroit, and it was called D-Boy. So this was like, it's like a video and everything, but this was before, like, I didn't have no clue what I was. Can we cuss on here?
Of course.
Yeah. It was like, I didn't have no clue what I was fucking doing. It was just like a song that he already had done. We just like put it out, and in the city, like as far as in Detroit, it was going up, but I literally, and this was before streaming too even. So like I didn't know what to do. It was just like, okay, song, you play it on the radio. Like
you didn't really.
So you didn't capitalize on
it.
it.
Yeah, you didn't capitalize,
But that was just me just not
Wait,
knowing.
Dusty McFly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Remember?
I used to love that record.
Cat D put us on.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from Detroit too.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's
I didn't know that. I thought he was from LA.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so that joint, I've been thinking about it as of lately because I got a ton of beats, man.
I'm sure.
I got a lot.
Because you're
Yeah.
Mo
Like,
Beats.
these
Dad
Yeah.
joke. Dad joke. I got dad shoes on too. Damn.
Oh, wow.
Dad life today.
Dad jokes, dad shoes, Mo Beats.
But man, it was like I got all these beats and I got Mo Beats.
Yeah.
And I need to just like actually put something together. So as of recently, I kind of been thinking about that because it's not even a matter of I need to make something new to send to somebody.
Yeah.
I literally have a lot of stuff on my heart.
just get people on them.
Just like,
Just do it, man. Get people on them.
Yep.
Put it out.
Yeah.
We're in the world of content. The more, the better.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if one sticks for whatever reason, like at least now you know what to do. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna capitalize for real on
That's
it. Like
because like one song can like, of course.
one
get
song
you-
can change your entire
Hell
career,
yeah.
bro.
Like one gets
For
you a lot of money
years
off
to
that
come.
song, but then you can be on
Dude,
tour
do a
off of that
Detroit house
song.
record. You never know.
Yeah, it literally one song or whatever it can just change up the whole everything. So
For real.
yeah, I don't been thinking about it.
Well, since you have Mo Beats, you could give some to us too.
Yeah, I definitely.
Is there anything you want to plug, man? We appreciate you coming out, bro.
Man, we already played the podcast. That's
Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Say the name one more time in case.
Oh, Scratching the Surface.
Scratching the Surface.
So that's on like Apple Podcasts and
Check it out.
Spotify.
Yeah.
And, Google.
Do you film it as well?
Some, depending
Okay.
on if I'm, if we're live and I'm with the person. If not, then I just do it over the phone.
Dope.
Just because initially when I started, I was so caught up on trying to do video.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't always work out because when people's schedule. So I was like, let me not use that as an excuse to not
To not
create.
do it, yeah.
So I was like, let me just still at least record phone calls.
Yeah.
And that way my reach is a lot wider too. So
Yeah.
it might
Especially-
be somebody overseas.
Yeah,
or
especially you're on tour and
Yeah.
bored in a hotel in the middle of
Exactly.
nowhere. I don't know where
can knock out a podcast real
knock out a
quick.
podcast.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the vibes right now, man.
Well,
The
keep it up,
podcast.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, and go get your workout in.
Literally,
Appreciate you coming
like
out.
I said, when we leave here, I'm straight to the gym. So,
Perfect.
I
flexing
might
up.
do the same.
Yeah, see?
I'm not. I'm gonna go to our diner and get some food.
Get some food going.
Mo Beats.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro.
But what we didn't do is I got to tell people where they can find me at on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Bam.
There you go.
Everything is at DJ Mo Beats. So that's DJ MOBEATZ.
Yeah.
Twitter, IG, Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
MySpace. Nah.
Friendster.
Friendster, Tinder.
All of that.
No, I'm just
All of that.
Mo Beats. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
no problem. No problem.